Hey there guys, I hope everybody's having a great day. We got a couple hours left in the evening. We're going to do a little bit of shed hunting. Every little bit adds up in this game, so you want to get out whenever you can. So, see what we can find. We're on a north-facing slope today that had a little bit of clear cutting done to it the other day, select cutting, and consequently, there's some ferns growing up in here, and it's a good winter food source for the deer. Started a little bit higher up on the mountains, and I just came down, spotted some tines laying in some of these ferns. Looks like an old set, but definitely a good buck, and because there's no acorns around this area, it doesn't look like he got chewed up very much, so... Looks like a good one though. Well, this is a pretty cool one. I thought originally this might be an early drop set. The deer kind of have a tendency to drop in December around these parts. Upon closer inspection, it's definitely a year old, I would say, but it looks like a freaking heck of a buck though. Just a big goofy 8-point. Oh yeah! A big goofy 8-point. I busted off his brow tine, but I mean a really nice buck. A lot of mass on him. You know, honestly, I wonder if this buck is still out here. I've never had any pictures of him that I know of. But I mean, just a cool deer. Coming off these ferns, I just spot some tines. Does not look like a bad buck, little guy. Busted main beam on him, but not a bad shed. No history with this deer, but a good find regardless. This is a little bit different terrain than the last few videos. It's mostly ferns and browse in this area. Just decided to get a little bit different change of pace around here and starting to hit some of the other food sources that the deer use. So we're gonna try to grid off a couple of these side hills and see if we can find anything. There's quite a bit of deer sign in here. About 75 yards from that first fresh one, he just picked up another one. Looks like another little guy. Nothing too crazy, and definitely not the match to that one. There's some bucks in here though. Sometimes this overlooked stuff can be good. I mean, I got a road rage below me. There's vehicles driving by every once in a while, but nobody really thinks to go up on the steep side hill over here, but little do they know that there's a lot of food up on these hills. So sometimes just, you know, those little overlooked spots, they can produce for you. Well guys, we were coming right through this little spring seep right here. Got some pretty fresh tracks, and it looks like we got an antler. And it looks like that base is pretty bloody. This thing must have just dropped a couple days ago. But man, what a cool find. I was not expecting to find this many today. I was hoping for 1 or 2, and we're up to like 6 now. But this looks like a really good antler. It just dropped. But man, what a cool buck. This thing looks like it was an absolute giant at one time. It's got the G2 snapped off on it, but that G3 has got to be at least 10 inches, maybe 11. Wow. I'm going to have to try to catch up with this one next year too. I mean, judging by the pedicle and stuff, I don't think it's a crazy old buck, but you know, you never know sometimes. So man, I wonder what that other side looks like. Well, we got a little trail shed right here, and this guy looks like he dropped a little bit ago. He's bleached up pretty good. Still a nice shed, and another one to the pile. What a good day. Got a bunch of older droppings here and a nice trail. It pretty much feeds up the mountain to where the deer are bedded at. Not bad sign. Well guys, I'm gonna do a quick recap for you. First sheds was that big 8-point set I picked up that's a year old. Really nice buck. We had another little shed. Nothing too crazy. Another small shed that another 2.5-year-old. Then we had the little guy. Dropped early and bleached out a little bit. And then we had this fresh droppie that still got some blood on the base. Real good brown. Heck of a buck for next year. But I just want to thank you guys for coming along with me. And it's been a good spring so far. I got a couple more weeks left grinding it out here. But just really wanted to say thank you guys. And I really appreciate you watching my videos. Happy shed season.